Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Hopefully you guys out there are having a great day. I'm having like a weirdly stressful, but it's going by quicker than I thought type day, where I'm just like running through the day, just going for it. Today's Thursday, so that's our weekly beat day. This is the fourth one I'm sending out, which is weird. Um, Email marketing feels like literally ages ago. So I'm like, to go back to it, it's actually easy. This is what's crazy, because if you've been watching from the beginning, you know I hate email marketing, and it was actually fun. It was fun. I created the email. It was a good time, and it felt like a little break from cold outreach, which is weird, right? Isn't that odd how things come full circle like that? Then I started having doubts, you know what I mean, in the valley of despair, which is good. I started getting in the valley of despair with myself, and basically the value of despair is Alex Hormozi talked about this a lot. It's like this. You're going, you think you're strong, and then it dips. And you're like, I'm way worse than I thought I was. And then people who stay and keep doing it will get better at the skill. People who don't just quit. There you go. But so I got there today with it, where I was like, oh no, like maybe I should quit this. This isn't gonna work. This is stupid. Like I'm not good enough to do this. I don't have enough time. Maybe whatever. Come on. It was actually getting to me, and then I was like, dude, what are we doing? Like, you know what I mean? You actually gonna? I was like, oh, this is the valley of despair. Oh, okay, cool. At least I know. Good to know. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. This is what's gonna be the thing that's supposedly like has stopped people before, has stopped me before. This is it. Okay, hit me harder. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that guy that's just like, yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, screw it. Let's do it. Let's freaking do it. You know what I mean? And I'm watching movies as I cold outreach and do email marketing, which is great, because I'm watching comedy movies, like very lighthearted movies. The first one was not lighthearted. I watched what's it called? How am I blanking right now? The Natural Born Killers. Yeah, Natural Born Killers. I watched that, and that was a heavy movie. That was like oddly a comedy. It was weird. So I didn't want anything like that. So I switched over to Ted Part 2, which is the Talking Bear, that movie, but Part 2. I didn't like it. So I went over to Naked Gun. And that was all today. And dude, Naked Gun, sick movie. Very funny. Very, very funny. Highly suggested. I love airplanes, so I figured I was going to love it. But, I have, like, the things that I have left to do for the day would be cold outreach. Not cold outreach. We're done with that. That's what we're done for the day. But what I have left to do is 3 hours probably, or 2 hours and a half-ish of producing while I watch my TV shows, which I think is honestly going to be easy peasy. I don't even think I'm going to be sweating it too hard. At least I hope not. The thing I think I'm going to be sweating much more would be, and is going to be, editing. I think editing today is going to be a lot, because I have to go through. But even so, I mean, I already finished editing. I already finished editing my YouTube video today, and I filmed yesterday's. I had a mishap, so I filmed any replacements, like Frankensteining videos together. It spent a lot of time. So now I'm 3 hours into the day, and I only got cold outreach done, which is good, because that takes less time for producing, which is nice, because this is big. This I think is going to be the first time since some of the first days where I'm going to actually be producing most of the time. I'm not just going to be mixing or mastering. I actually have to produce. I'm like, oh, I'm done with my list. My list is over, meaning my loop kit, the thing my hypothetical loop kit that I had in my head, that's done. That's over with, which is wild. That's done, or it's about to be. I have 10 songs left, so maybe I won't finish it. There is a possibility I don't finish the loop kit, and tomorrow's going to be the day I do that, but, either way, good times, hanging out. So let's do it. I'm going to go right now. I'm going to go straight into making beats, and I'll see you guys after that. All right, let's do it. I just finished doing some interesting stuff. I was actually on the phone with a client, and I killed it. I did great. He didn't have money today, which is like either that was an excuse or I don't know. But I went for the close, man. I went for the close, and it felt very textbook sales. Like I was doing so good. I'm so glad. You know what I mean? I'm so glad that I'm getting better at this skill, and that I have the opportunity to get better at this skill, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but a lot of things have happened to me lately that I've noticed where I go, whoa, that little moment, like when I did the 3 hours straight of producing, and I was like, wow, dude, that was sick. I felt like it wasn't me. It felt like an outer body experience, just like, whoa, hey, that was me. I did that. I pulled that off. And it kind of feels unbelievable. It feels like almost a question, like that was me. I mean, now looking back, I didn't mention this in the beginning of the podcast, but I've pretty much been going, like, if you don't know who I am, I'm a 19-year-old entrepreneur who started an e-commerce business not that long ago, about a couple months ago, and I sell I sell beats to rappers. So it's pretty fun. I have a good time. But the thing that I have been like searching for was that first month, because I never really made it a month. So that first month was going to be, dude, it's the first month I did it. I can't believe it. And instead, it's the first month. Wait, that was a month? Kind of became that. Like, if on one side, it felt like it just flew. That's it. On another side, it felt like it was a year, like I accomplished the world. And it's February 1st. I didn't talk about this. It's February 1st. On my YouTube right now, I write 2/1/24. Like, I made it to February, dude. And now we're rejoiced. That's what I feel. I don't feel like that today, but mindset-wise, I'm thinking like that. Like, I'm rejoiced. We're back in the action. You know what I mean? We're doing what we can, and I'm glad that I get a full day on February 1st. It's really such an interesting day. In general, like, to think. That's like a big thing I've been doing. Like, to think that a month ago was New Year's. It's like, no, it feels like a year ago. You know what I mean? It feels like a year ago, but on a day-to-day, it feels like a long time. It feels like it's making time longer. So it doesn't quite make sense or anything, but it's an interesting observation, After this, though, I have editing, which I'm nervous about, but now thinking about it, I'm like, dude, it's such a easy peasy 1, 2, 3, get it done. You know what I mean? It's like, just get it done, keep going. And at the end of the day, it's going to take longer than I thought. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably going to take longer than I thought. Now, I have to put down my podcast ideas. Like, I have a couple things I got to do. And it's also like, not a couple things I got to do, but there's a couple of things that I get to do, man. Like, I get to do this on February 1st. You know what I mean? Like, like, I'm not sad because I didn't do a lot yesterday. Yesterday was a bit of a miss day, but it was 4 hours. You know what I mean? So, not bad. But I'm not like, oh my God, I've been ignoring this and now I've come back to start day one again. It's like, I haven't started day one again. I'm doing what I do. That's it. I'm doing what I do. And that's the best way I could put that. Like, I'm doing what I can, and I'm doing everything that the person that I want to be would do. And that just makes me so happy. It really does. It makes me, whatever that means, right? It makes me so happy. I don't even know what that means, but it definitely makes me just grateful. That's a more tangible word, grateful. It really makes me grateful. And like I said, I have to edit and go do all that stuff and YouTube video and try to find different podcasts. I have to find the podcast, to edit the podcast. But at the end of the day, it's like, I'm just listening to music and editing. It's like, how bad can it be? I just listen to music and edit. It's not that bad. I've been through worse. Not only other people, I've been through worse. And it definitely doesn't feel that bad. Today I feel a little drained physically, but you know, that hasn't really affected me too much mentally. I have like needed more water, which makes me like, why? I don't know why. I've been chugging water and still not feeling hydrated, which is weird. I'm like, dude. But yeah, all right. I'm gonna go do that right now. I'm gonna go edit these videos, go film a podcast, and you guys are gonna see me all the way at the end of the day and see how I look then. All right, let's do it. I just finished filming a podcast, which got me a little bit emotional. But in better news, man, I had the sales call, and the guy he's looking like he's gonna buy, and he's so interested. And my selling was perfect. And I was right there in my pocket, like I was in my bag of tricks, and I was doing what I can, and I freaking killed it. He said he's going to let me know tomorrow, which is like, I know that's not a good sign, but damn, dude, it's possible. I can sell some of these products. I can pull this off. I know I can. You know what I mean? I believe so with all my heart that I could really pull this off. And whatever that means for you guys, pulling it off, maybe you have your own thing. You're on your own journey, right? And you're going to pull it off. I'll pull this off, I swear. For me, I had this like moment. I don't like the whole aha moment, but I had this moment where I was on the phone with him where I was like, oh my God. And I just celebrated with my my family a little bit. He just came in and I was like, hey, dude, you don't even know what just happened. This is so nuts. And even though you didn't buy, you know what I mean? But it kind of mattered more because he was interested in a high ticket product and very interested. And sometimes I close my eyes and I see the place where I'm going to be and how I'm going to live. And when I open them, I don't see it. Not yet, obviously. I'm in this place. I have this camera. And not to say this place is bad. I am very fortunate for what I have. I really am. I have shoes at the end of the day, right? But I have this light, this microphone. And it's not ideal, Not to say the light and the microphone are not ideal or I'm not going to be using them, but I open my eyes and I'm like, oh, right, I have to do this first. I'm doing what's required. And maybe that's a man's job. Maybe that's an idea. That's what a man can do. It's something bigger than me. It's like a purpose that's bigger than just this conversation or just cold outreach or building a list or doing the things that I spend so much time doing. Maybe it's more. So what do you do then? Just do what's required. And that is eye-opening for me till this day. Eye-opening for me and something that I look forward to continue doing is saying, hey, man, this is you. This is you. This is something you can pull off. This is all your idea. You know what I mean? All your knowledge that you gained over the course of however many years it's been, right? 2 years probably. And you guys know I'm 19 years old. You guys know the deal. You know that 2 years ago for me that's a long time, 17 to 19. So I think it's possible, but not only that, it's great to be able to talk the way with the amount of confidence that I'm speaking with and almost audacity. I'm speaking like a New Yorker, dude. I'm speaking like the Wolf of Wall Street almost. I'm not selling like the Wolf of Wall Street. I don't scam. My whole goal is to for you not to go with the scammers. But it's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable to think that one day all of this will actually be transformed into something different and something high scale, something, maybe an editor, right? To do these videos and edit these videos, maybe I start getting there and I'm like, it's not even like the fancy car. I'm not even into the fancy car. I'm thinking about family and how I could build this. That's really it in terms of money. I will say, if you know me, the only thing I'll ever spend on, that I'll ball out on, is guitars. I love guitars. And one other thing that is, it's a little interesting. Comic books. I love comic books, and they are so overpriced that I'm like, if I have the amount of money, I will overspend. You know what I mean? I will go above and beyond for comic books. Because also having it physically, you know what I mean? It's just a different feeling. If you got comic nerds out there, I'm not as big of a comic nerd as I want to be. I want to keep reading. They take so many risks, these comic books that are like, whoa, what? These high concept, wild stories that I'm like, yo. The Iron Man that I know, the Captain America I know, whoever it is, they flip it. You know, Batman, same thing. DC Comics are great. But, yeah, so the only thing I don't really dream about comics and guitars that much as I dream about like an editor, you know, another producer that's maybe better than me and quicker. Them, like, you know what I mean? Employees, things like that are super, like, you know, perfect for me and ideal for me to have. All right, on that note, I'm going to end the YouTube video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, consider watching some more. I literally post these every day, and, you know, this is my journey. You know, this is everything I'm going through, so I don't really want to sell you on anything, at least not yet. Not till I have something to sell, but not till I actually find my bearings, you know? All right. I'm going to go work out right now, and see you guys tomorrow. Peace.